Greetings, folks, or I should say, ciao, senors and senorinas. This is Too Improper bringing you a 9mm bullet. It's not like that's a surprise. I have 9mm bullets in a lot of my reviews already. But this one is going to a special little gun. It is going to a pocket pistol. Alright, so this here is the 9mm 124 grain Spear Gold Dot. It is my defense round of choice. And I put it in this pocket pistol. So let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. You all remember my review on the Beretta PX4 Storm, and you guys know what a quality manufacturer is when you're talking about Beretta. 500 years of excellence. 500 years of excellence also led up to this. The Beretta Nano. Yes, sir! The Beretta Nano. Okay, look at that. Now, some of you think that this is a wonky looking pistol because I've seen it in forums and stuff, and in some ways it is. But this is also a very small and sturdy pistol. Now, let me just show you, by backing up here a little bit, what small and sturdy is. Small is the fact that I can take my hand and totally cover it. You do not any longer see the Beretta Nano, right? And my hand's large, but it's not that large. It's not extra large. And this is a fantastic, sturdy little pocket pistol offering by Beretta. Now, as I speak, Beretta also came out with the Beretta Pico, which is even smaller, and it's a 380, and it's closer to the size of the Caltech P3AT, the Ruger LCP, Taurus's PT709. This is bigger than those pistols. However, this is a very, very small, sturdy pistol that is capable of handling the 9mm round, but it was also built to handle a 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, I last heard that they're supposed to come out with a 40 Smith & Wesson version of the Nano, but I heard that 2 years ago, and I still haven't seen it, so I don't know. I've been checking with Beretta. I get no answers. But anyway, this is the Beretta BU9 Nano. Can you read that on there? Yes, you can. But this is a very good pistol, and I'm talking about sturdy. And I keep mentioning the word sturdy. I cannot emphasize sturdy enough. I wanted sturdy rather than the Ruger LCP, rather than the Taurus PT709 and the Caltech P3AT, because I'm shooting 9mm rounds. And anyone who has shot very small guns with 9mm rounds, such as, say, the Diamondback DB9, they say it's an excellent gun shooting the 9mm, however, it's very snappy. The weight of this gun, particularly the weight of this slide, it's pretty weighty. This is a 19-ounce gun, as a matter of fact. It's 19.97 ounces without bullets in it. So you may as well say it's a 20-ounce gun. But the weight of that slide holds this gun down to a manageable recoil and quick reacquisition of your target. So that was one attraction behind this gun. When I first held it in my hands, I was like, oh my god, I can imagine this thing shooting well. And brother, let me tell you, it does. This gun shoots very well. Now, this is also a very sleek gun designed to be held in concealed carry. And as you can see on the sides, there is no protrusions. There are no protrusions whatsoever to get caught on your clothing, your shirts, you know, and that's very important. This is 0.90 inches wide. It's not even an inch wide. So it's pretty slim. So when I'm wearing my very tight Sergio Valente jeans or my black tight yoga stretchy pants, this thing does not stick out too much. Alright, now, more features of this gun is it's got this memory dimple. See that? I remember. This is a memory dimple. It's on both sides. This gun is ambidextrous except for the safety, which I believe is you're able to turn over and put on the others, or not. Did I call that a safety? Negative. Magazine release, which I believe you can turn around. I think you can turn it around. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Otherwise, this gun's pretty ambidextrous. So, looking at it further, and let's see if I can bring this up closer. This gun, and if you remember my review of the PX4 Storm full-size 9mm, it had these great designs. It's just a beautifully designed gun, and the Nano is no exception. This gun is beautifully designed. It looks very good and sleek. Yes, it does look high in the bore axis, but when you shoot this gun, you know why it's built the way it is. Beautiful. There's the Beretta logo, and it's smooth, where some may be concerned about its smoothness in the grip department, but right here in the front and right here in the rear, the stippling here is more than sufficient to hold this gun in your grasp. I did not have any problem shooting this gun whatsoever due to its smoothness. And this is the same polymer used in the PX4 Storm, so it's very good and it's very sturdy and lightweight. Another key feature of this gun when we're looking at it, and let me come in just a little bit closer there, is that this gun is modular, and I will explain that to you as I take this gun apart. This gun is cocked and ready to go. How do you take this gun apart? Well, there are no levers or releases or anything. What do? Well, it just so happens that they built this to be decocked by this pin button right here. Right there. And you just take an object such as a pen or this, and there was the click. It decocked it, so the pistol will not operate. No operate. So it's decocked. And now you want to take it apart. What do? Again, there's no other levers. You take the magazine out. You turn the gun over, and then you see this screw. Let me come in close and see if we can focus on this. But there is a little arrow that's telling you to go in a counterclockwise direction, right, with this screw. Use something that's not sharp, like don't use a sharp screwdriver or anything like that that's going to scratch up the surfacing on that screw. But you can use a gun casing, or a bullet casing, I'm sorry. And it's a gun casing. And turn it into the horizontal position. You see that? And then this comes right off. Bingo, bango, bongo. Now, modularity. Let's talk about that. This is a modular gun, meaning that this whole trigger mechanism and chassis comes out and can be transplanted into another grip of a different color, such as they sell it in flat dark earth, they sell it in Pepto-Bismol pink, and they also sell it in OD green. And I think that there are some other colors that they've had, but the main ones are those. So you could take this out and put it into those, but this gun was also supposed to be modular in that it was built to handle a .40 Smith & Wesson. Again, no news on that, and then the slide and everything is just as you would expect, right? This is a very nicely done slide, and it comes apart just like any other. Here's a double captive spring, right here. Barrel comes out, just like most others you know. And that's it. This gun is very finely made. Now, if you look at the difference between this gun, the way it's made, and my Zastava EZ9 Compact, which I recently came out with that review, you'll see the difference in precision engineering when you look at the differences there. Now, on that Zastava, that doesn't impede the performance of the gun, but you can still see the attention to detail when you compare this to other guns. Beretta is magnificent. Bella. And so it goes back in the same order that you took it apart, and then you slide it onto its frames like this, and then you pull it back, and then now you see this is still horizontal. That screw is still in the horizontal position. Now I'm going to pull the slide back, and bam! It's right back up there in the vertical position, and you're ready to discoteca. This gun is very sturdy and very solid, and it's very capable of defending you with its 6 rounds of 9mm. And if you are not happy with the 6-round magazine, mine also shipped with an 8-round magazine, which gives you a little bit more purchase on the gun. It has an extension here, so it gives you a really good grip on the gun. To tell the truth, I shoot just as well with the extended magazine. I shoot just as well without the extended magazine, just because of the way this gun is built. This is one of those that you have to actually shoot it before you understand what I'm talking about. It shoots really, really well. Now, the trigger, a lot of people are dissatisfied, and folks, yes, you can see it's empty. A lot of folks are dissatisfied with the trigger. Do not expect this trigger to be, or I shouldn't say a lot of folks, I'll say some folks are, because most folks are realistic about what they expect with the kind of gun they're getting. And this gun has a self-defense trigger, so it's not one like a competition grade trigger. It's good enough, right? And you know, you stay on target when you're pulling the trigger, and that's what's important. I would say it's about a 6-7 pound trigger. It is by no means a competition trigger. And the reset, and in order for this, I'll continue with what we're talking about here. This gun stays open on the last round, like I'm showing you right now as it just occurred. In order to put this gun back into the regular position, you gotta release your magazine and let it go like that. There's no other way to do it. Okay, so the reset is not that magnificent either. I mean, it's not really close, and it's not really too far. It resets and fires like it's a very crisp, clean trigger. It's just not a competition grade trigger. But it's not meant to be. This is a self-defense gun. This gun is great to shoot. It's fun to shoot. But it's not going to have the same trigger as your CVZ 75B or whatever. This is it. This is the Beretta Nano. This gun has been an absolute pleasure. I do consider it to be a pocket pistol because it's smaller than the subcompact PX4 Storm, for example. However, I think of your pocket pistols more as those other small ones I described earlier. Now, the dimensions of this gun are as follows. This gun is 5.63 inches long. That's under 6 inches long. That's really, really good. That's really short. Whereas if you compare it to some of its competitors, the Car CM9 is 5.42 inches. The M&P Shield is 6.1 inches. And the Taurus PT709 is 6 inches. Now the height of this gun here is 4.17 inches. That's dinky. I mean, that's really small. That's why it's not a hard time in your waistband. Even though it's 20 ounces, you don't have a hard time in your waistband with this thing either, because it's only 4.17 inches tall. Whereas the Car CM9 is an amazing 4 inches. The M&P Shield is 4.6 inches. It's the tallest of them. And the Taurus PT709 is 4.53 inches. The width of this gun, and as you can see by this little demonstration here, that's my finger. This is a thin gun. I mean, it is not a bother in the waistband again. The width is 0.90 inches. And so is the Car CM9. The Car CM9 is 0.90 inches. The M&P Shield, on the other hand, is 0.95, and the Taurus PT709 is 0.96. This has a 6+1 capacity in the regular magazine, 6+1 shots of 9mm, and it is plus P rated, and the Car CM9 is also 6+1, while the Shield and the Taurus PT709 are 7+1. So there's one more round in those. The weight of this gun, though, is it's the heaviest gun at 19.97 ounces. It's 20 ounces. But I'm going to tell you that that extra weight helps keep that recoil down, so it's kind of valuable weight before it starts getting cumbersome. The Car CM9, on the other hand, is 15.9 ounces with the magazine in. Wow, that's really light. And the M&P Shield and the Taurus PT709 are both 19 ounces even. So that's a little comparison with its competitors, and there are more competitors that shoot 9mm single stack out there. As you can see, this is single stack. You know, those are some of its main competitors. I fully recommend this gun. This is one I chose. Now, as far as the other guns, I have not had any of them except for the Taurus PT709. Now, I did not hold on to that gun for long enough, even though it was a really, really good gun. I made some trades, and that was included in the trade for this one. The Taurus PT709 is a magnificent slim pistol once I had my extractor issues settled with Taurus, and that was not that painful. If you want to see a good review on the Taurus PT709, I heartily recommend one of my favorites, Stuthewise, Stuthewise. He does a very good review on the Taurus PT709. I firmly recommend you watch his videos. He's excellent. I love that guy. His review on the Taurus PT709 is great, and that includes shooting. Anyway, so this is it. This is the Beretta Nano, BU9 Nano. It's a pocket pistol, and it is a very sturdy, straight shooting, dependable, reliable pistol with which I have had no problems whatsoever. I'm too improper. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of this screen as we talk right now, and if you have any questions or comments about the Beretta Nano or anything that I have spoken about today, please feel free and I'll answer you provided you are polite about it and I have the time and feel like it. Stand by for some range footage of this gun being shot. Okay, now we're going to do some bowling Beretta Nano style. Four pins, 4 shots.
Notice on that last